Welcome back to the channel. My name is NutRaisin. More PLO 20, some PLO 10 on ideally run at once happening now. First two hands of the session, first two hands of the day, matter of fact. Both tables are just starting up. Double suited King 10, definitely not folding here, I'd say. And pretty much swing and a miss. And the same is true over here. Gives us the open ender. Okay. We're already up to 4-handed, that's pretty nice. And we river the top pair with a 10 kicker. Kinda doubt that's gonna be enough, but you never know. Over here. Certainly not enough there, and he does show up with the aces indeed. Fair enough. So I think hang on, let me actually check that I am streaming, a matter of fact, to the right channel. That I'm not still streaming to the Run It Once channel. No, okay, that's all good then. Phew. Alright. Deduce? That is one weird YouTube vid. Alright. And giving us, what does it give us? A flush draw on top. I guess on the turn we could have started betting here once we get bet into twice. Probably take it down by the end, but me. Late for that. So I've now been blessed with the joy, quote unquote, that is the new dashboard on Twitch, and it's absolutely horrible compared to the old one. I don't know, I don't get the point of companies having a usable interface and then every once in a while they just upend everything. Which is what Twitch has done now, and offering me like a way more confusing interface, way less functionality than before, not as clearly accessible as before. I don't know, I'm too old for that crap. Now get off my lawn. I don't know, don't quite see the point. Anywho, let's start off the day smooth and kind of in a relaxed way, because that's certainly the headspace I'm in. Still just a little bit, I guess just a teensy bit under the weather from my Christmas party on Thursday, which completely denied me any ability to stream yesterday. So apologies for that. But nothing I could do. I could, barely endure the day as was. Right. So, got two tables open. I think we'll add some tables on natural 8 for the time being. Here, 1 BB extra in the middle. We have a little bit of a hand. Or let's see a flop. And over here, what a nice flop to see. Just gonna check call for now. Checking this again. Alright. That'll work too, just giving us the unadulterated nuts in the end. What a nice run out. Don't think we're getting bet into all that often now. Let's do some light betting ourselves. Did not get called by the looks of it. Nope. I've never known to pass up an opportunity to go nuts deep. Welcome back, my friend. Nice to see you here. Yeah, apologies again that I couldn't make it yesterday for the home game, but I had to pull out. I was done, man. I'm getting too old. Right, I was gonna do something. Now I remember. I was gonna open up more tables. So I sold action for tournaments and was originally planning on starting to play yesterday, which obviously didn't work out. And I'll probably postpone the start of the tournament play to Monday, or just to weekdays in general. I'll make a post to that effect on the Discord, just because on the weekend the fields are way smaller. Right now, in the one of the tournaments we would normally be playing, the 4 o'clock bounty has 28 runners, late rec almost over, and actually make it 29. But the point being, during the weekend, these fields are way smaller on GG, like half of what they normally are, making the tournaments way less lucrative. So I think it's in everyone's interest for me to play during the weekdays only. Flipping at the bear, eh? Wait. All right. Yeah, a whole lot of functionality seems to be gone from the Twitch page now. I used to have like a little window that showed me the info, like how many people are watching and all the jazz, and have a little extra window to put markers down in case something fun happens that would make a good clip and all that. None of that seems to be here anymore, so I'm a little bit frustrated by that. Oh well. Trips in the end. What a funky run. I mean, I take it nobody has the 6-7. Oh, we should be good. And no heart, no club rolled off here. Would we get called by, but maybe still kings, queens. Or just whatever people would like to call with. Let's give him a chance to do so. We did get that call, didn't we? Queens! There you go. There you have it. More tables was the plan, right? Let's do just that. Some PLO 25 on Natural 8. Let's see how the tables are there, first of all. This time of day, they're not always great. Put it mildly. Oh, this one looks good. Ooh, this one looks excellent. And here we have player marked as compulsive straddler, who is indeed straddling again. IV player here to our right. Cool. And up here it's Glenn, who puts in the most action currently. Hmm. I guess we'll just call. Yeah, it's pretty much as I feared. Most of the other tables are kind of meh on natural 8. This would be a tough decision, I don't know. Quite sure what's taking so long. We do get that call, it has to be good news, right? Could have been the 3-4 in the end, but I don't think that would take as long to call. What did he have then? I guess an overpair again? No. 10-9-6, so 2 pair with a nut blocker. Alright. You know, on the rainbow board, I'm not quite sure why I only called. Now I'm kind of in a weird spot where I don't want to lead now. Let's take this opportunity to raise it up a bit. And the straddling is indeed a thing here. Straddle is on. The game is on. Oh, we get a hand too. To get that call here. Yeah, I think we still want to raise. The fold up there. Flop a top pair, open ender. 4 ways out of position. Meh. I'll let this be on the whole. Certainly letting this one go. That's the only thing that had me, or that's one of the things that had me doubting if I do actually want to raise here. Because what's going to happen is exactly what happened, that we are going to play at least 3 ways out of position in a sort of bloated pot with a, when it comes down to it, not the greatest multi-way hand, so start off with the check. So gonna call here. Any queen, any jack we can bluff on, any heart. It's probably gonna be a good card. This guy here really hasn't stepped out of line so far, so if a queen or jack rolls off, I feel we can get him out of it quite often. No joy in the end though, not gonna bet. AM Triple T, nice to see you here. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, that looks a bit nicer. Take it down. On the straddling table, get a much nicer hand, and we're just gonna, against the shorty, I think we're gonna come over the top, obviously call if he shoves. If somebody else shoves, like a full stack, then we'll still have to let this be. Okay, so here's one of our flush draws dominated. It's a pretty nice run out for us right now. Else, well, are now down to 0, but whatever he was drawing to, it couldn't have been of spades anymore. We take it down. Just zamming it up just a tiny bit is fine by me. We're just, screw it. We're starting to get a little bit deep against the straddler. And here, no wonder I'm asleep at the table. I keep getting hands like these where I can't really do anything. Just fine, I'll be patient. What? Good things happened. Mountain win. Mountain win 1. Sorry about that. With the follow, thank you very much. Awesome. Doesn't matter. It's not a hand we flop this nice with very often at all. Just gonna let this go again. I could complete, but if he raises, I still have to call, and we're gonna be out of position against him. Ugh. Never mind, now we're down to heads up. Definitely not up for that. More natural 8 tables it's gonna be for now. Don't get me wrong, I like my chances against this guy. It's too early for that. Trouble is, the natural 8 tables... I'm in the waiting list for one that looks kind of interesting. Well, if he bets part, we don't have a single club, well, we do have a diamond, but no backdoor draws, nothing. Kind of have to let it be. Get aces, but crappy aces, so not gonna raise it up here, not just now. Let me move this over. Still just gonna call. Wow. Well, one thing is for sure, our hand is ideally disguised. Yeah, I think we dropped the hammer right away. Alright. With the top set, what are we up against? King status! Absolutely wonderful. Right now he's drawing to one out. We got one out in the last session. So maybe it happens again. If so, then, it is what it is. Well. Run it twice. Nah. Still, we'll take that 5% chance to the chin if it happens. We could make pots ourselves, get an extra payday on top. Neither of which happens. The only thing that happens is that we take down a Shazam-worthy pot here. Yeah, I'd be tilted too, my friend. And now he's gone for the all-in straddle. I think that broke him a little. Neat. Wasn't that fun? Okay. Now we're really gambling here. Not to be deterred, calling with the offsuit ace-6-6-3. I guess against a random range, I don't even know if he's a favorite against like 100% random range. A hand like that. Alright, found an additional PLO 20 table. Not that awesome. This guy, 77% VPIP, is fine, but to our left, we'll see how that plays out. Gonna do it again. Well, he flopped alright. Has to fade hearts right now. Or I guess a 7 or an 8 now. What are you doing here, Chiching? I saw you streaming yourself. Well, it's a pleasure to see you, the channel. I guess you're on break in your tournaments. I'm alive for a given value of alive. I'm certainly doing much better. I'm much more alive than yesterday. So I do have that going for me. Ian Leal. I know. I felt a little bit bad. I did feel a little bit bad about not playing in the free roll yesterday, but it didn't outweigh my feeling of feeling a little bit bad in general because of being hungover from the Christmas party on Thursday. And yeah, I just couldn't do it. I was planning on doing it, and then my brother called me and I was saying, hey, you know what, I'm really hungover today. He's like, just leave it. And I had to concede that he had a point, because I think me streaming yesterday would have consisted of a lot of grunts, like guttural noises, like and that would have been the extent of it, I believe. Not sure. I think there would have been a certain entertainment value inherent in that, but no, it would have been torture for me. But I missed it too. And also nice to see you back, Ian. Did I just say Ian in the beginning? Oh well. Shows you that I'm still 100% back. Right. So what do we got? We got a pair of flush draw. Don't think the deuces will take this one home. Oh well, maybe they will. And PLO 20 on RIO kicking off as well, plus an additional PLO 20 table on natural 8. Cool. Starting to get going. Sitting on 5 tables now. One of them PLO 10. What's going on? My name is Rip. Oh, that guy. Welcome back. My name is Rip. Well, I wasn't, he's an action player, but him flopping the kings there definitely was a bit nasty. That's a master. Welcome back to the channel. Who did you notice? If it's me as a superfish, then I'm not sure I can defend. Depending on what hand you look at, you might be right. Aces take it down pre. And the table with the straddler has moved to slot 5. So it's now table 5. Just so you know. So we already have an all-in at the PLO 20 here. King 10 versus the, wow. I'm not sure he deserves the green shirt for that, maybe. Because he already had so much money in, he's not gonna let it go at that point. But it certainly was a pretty strong way to play a top pair, top kicker type of hand. The open limp, huh? And the cutoff. Don't mind. Does give us a gut shot. We're certainly starting off the day right, I'd say. Up across the board, up a little bit on round ones. Although here it's basically, I guess we're still basically breaking even on RIO. Okay. Straddling, still a thing. Ooh, we flopped decent here, I'd say. Flop pretty decent here as well. But with a check. Comes in with the lead, really? Is that gonna be nines or what's going on? Well, we'll find out presently. Raised here. Could be a problem. Only got called. Kind of curious, this whole spot. Wrap or what's going on? Same hand with a gutter. And as it stands, we'll split it up. Everybody making a slight profit. And here, let it go. Right, passive player suddenly starts lugging his hand. I think we can fold. Could come over the top just to play it heads up, and I think that's what we're gonna do. Normally not a hand I put a buy-in in with, but kind of doubt. I have strong doubts that any of these guys were gonna call. We have some extra money in here, and against that hand, we're doing a-okay. Right? Nice. Did not work out well. Oh, I hadn't even noticed we flopped trips too. Oops. The straddle's still going strong here. Hmm. Okay. Out of position in the small blind. Nope. Looking a bit nicer. Pair and a flush draw. See a 3-way all in pre-flop on the PLO 10 table. Okay. Never beat the nuts. With a redraw to the royal, I guess. Let me take it down. Hmm. Ah. Komm rein, du Strick. Make that flush, huh? Second nuts. Get aces on the straddling table. Take it down here. Very welcome. See if we can pull the same trick twice. Normally a mandatory raise. Here more or less a mandatory raise, I'd say. Especially so far off the button. Do it again, flop in the top set. This time a little bit more worrying that flop, so we're not gonna blast off just now. Doesn't change a thing when it comes to the current nuts. Doesn't add an additional straight. What it does give us is the nut flush draw on top of the top set. PLO 10 on RIO kicking off. See a raise there. Alright. Checks, so we're good. Yeah. Well, good thing the jack didn't pair. Also, Shazam. I think Chi Ching had to go back to her own channel. She was just here in a short break. Because it's Saturday and normally she plays tournaments on her channel. Garfield, wieder raus. Always on the wrong side of that door, that cat. No? Okay. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. But, yes, please. I wouldn't be surprised if Naughty Girl Next Door is in fact a lady that scared her off. Oh, hamster man. Oh, we get a re-raise here. Looks like we're gonna play for the better part of a buy-in. Ooh, against a completely random hand. What the hell? Just be brutal to lose against this one. So far, so good. His outs shouldn't be in diamonds now. That's good for him. Wait, no. What's happening? Oh yeah, we had to talk. Yeah, okay. Never mind, never mind. In the end, we do take it down. Shazamming it up left and right. So gonna ditch this table. It's the least interesting. I have to make room for the additional PLO 10 table. Do want to play on run it once as much as I can. Extra bonus points this week, yada yada. Top pair, no heart. Top pair in the gutter up here in the meanwhile. Okay. Sort of as a check, I guess. Do make the nut straight. Nothing to be sneezed at. PBC a pot-sized bet. And turn nicely right away. And the PLO 10 table I just made room for might go down to heads up. Here we do take it down. Don't think we got a call in the end. Couldn't really have asked for a better turn at all. I was pretty close to throwing this away. Don't think it would have been a horrible decision either. Now, of course, we're leading the heck out of this one. Representing pretty much what we have. Aces or kings. Raising it up here, would love to play this one heads up. And up here, making two pair, meh. Alright, now what to do? We probably will get it down to heads up a lot if we come over the top, so I think I will. Yeah. He does call. Alright. Now everybody has spades. Get a Miracle River? No, because he makes better straight on that one, doesn't he? Oh well. Razam! Hey, nice to see you here, my friend. Thanks very much for the good lucks. They're working, you know, this all in understanding. Right now we're doing A-okay. On the straddling table, gentlemen managed to chip up again. Certainly catch a decent hand. 2 pair or an ace high board, we're heads up. So we're obviously betting our entire range in this spot. Hmm. All right. Flopping the set here. All right. And up here, after 3-bet, the money's gonna go in. We're up against the aces, then so be it. Good possibility. We are not. Oh, come on. Turning like that, really? Well, I guess you still had the complete wrap. No diamonds, though. A little bit surprised about the c-bet, but not hating it. Except for the fact that it made us lose. Guess it is the queen jack quite often. Not just the queen jack, also the spades. Okay. Gonna complete her again. It's not a very great multi-way hand. But I'm gonna blow up the pot with this holding flop the open ender with a spade blocker. Chi-Ching always observing, apparently, from her looking seat. Alright. Well, I guess we do play it if if it gets full around to us. Queen 9-5. Top pair and a flush draw. Decent. Pair to our left, high Viper player leads out from the small blind. It's a call too. That's rather excellent, giving us the nuts here. Wouldn't mind him going for the raise. The call is fine as well, so we're just gonna pot it here. Legends killer. It certainly isn't. It certainly isn't. No doubt about it. Whereas, no, it's not in the solver chart. I felt that against one opponent we're still doing fine. And I like my chances of getting the third guy out. It's not a bad hand to play against one opponent. Double suited, decent connectivity. If he, he should be really high card heavy in his range. Not saying it's a good move, but those were that was my thought process. Yeah, certainly more like the perfect jack high, 10 high, 9 high rundowns. Agreed. Yeah, I thought against I was you're completely right. Against the 3-better I had 0 fold equity, I'd say. Or very, very little. Just hoping to get the other guy out. Bit more on the optimistic side, agreed. Thanks for mentioning it again in the chat, by the way. Not being sarcastic, because it'll probably prevent me from trying it again. Thinking about it a little bit more now. 9 at 7, the 2 gaps between... Well, it's 1 gap between the 7 and the 5, but still. Agreed. He's shown some heart. Well, some heart and commitment, I guess. No, but I like your... I like what you're saying a lot, both of you. Get the fold here, taking home a decent pot. Checks on the king on the turn. Okay. Still behind queens, jacks, tens, all that jazz. Pretty happy times up here. Up in the top set. Yeah, you're completely right that the micro's fold equity is really low pre-flop against most players. Yeah. All right, get raised. Up against a flush draw. And we get that buy-in back from this gentleman who beat us with the, what was it, rundown earlier, the Broadway rundown. Cheers. More and more players slowly entering the player pool at round once, sitting on 3 RIO tables waiting. Well, actually make that 4. Which table to ditch? This one. Certainly this one. Yeah. Two trigger happy confirmed in that spot. You guys are absolutely right. Here the wrap with the diamond blocker. Alright. Let's do this again. Ah, the same hand at the free roll. Oh god. I mean, we were free rolling him to better straights. The min raising, really? It's a decent board. Speaking of decent boards, pretty fun one too. No, with the jack. Oh, Jesus Christ, in a basket, really? Everybody had diamonds, so diamonds rolling off really unlikely at this point, and he gets the miracle river there. Jesus. We catch a pretty miracle flop, considering we have 3 aces in our hand. We block the straight. Gonna go in. And here, we have to see another card. The gutter, nut flush draw, full house outs. Make it a good one? Not quite. Okay, so he had a pair and a wrap, and there we take it down. That's exactly. Especially if it's already, like, if it goes 3-bet, 4-bet, and there's a very reasonable chance both of these opponents' ranges are high card heavy, high pair heavy, then quite often you wind up in a spot where you have a massive equity edge, like 50, 60% three ways pre-flop. The straddling, by the way, never eased up. This guy's still at it. Not getting any hands. It's fine. I mean, we made a fair bit of profit on this table already. Razam, oh, I understand, yeah. Okay, if it's Google Translate, I mean, it's funky that it works at all, but it's by no, it's not perfect yet. Nice of you to try, though, and add to the conversation. Thanks for that. That'll be a nope. Very nice double suited aces on another table. Straddler getting a bit deeper now and sitting out, right? If this going on as well. And here, pretty sizable bet. You better do, what, 3 people? Here we take it down. Latch is killer. Oh, it would have been good for your bankroll had I been online yesterday. I was too hungover to think straight. I was very busy just existing, basically. That was the max of what I can do, what I could do yesterday. Double gut shot and a pair. So how did it go, Legends? You say we were splashing around a little? Sounds like you weren't taking it all that seriously. What are people have saved the higher straight at the river? Ugh. Yeah. I think I kind of learned that too. Yeah, the higher straight or the higher full house is what happens quite often. Make these 7 and 8 and I'd come in for the cold bet, but as is, have to let it go. Esesdorf Jung, welcome back to the channel. Right, actually let me double check before I check something before I answer that. So I think the tourneys are gonna start on Monday. I'm gonna make a Discord post to that effect. I've been watching the player pools, and on the weekend they are way smaller in the tournaments, making them a good deal less lucrative, I'd say. A duck. Okay, that'll do it. Yeah, so the bounty tournaments have in the mid 30s, like mid 30 runners, and we usually finish in the high 40s, 50s, 60s. Run it twice, sounds good to me. So there's just not as much value in those tournaments playing them on the weekend. First one is ours. Second one looking good. Didn't speak too soon. Take them down. 2 out of 2. Cheers. And they Won't fault Aces post flop no matter how bad the board is. I noticed that too, especially at PLO 10. That's very true. Yeah, so probably starting on Monday. I think that's just the most valuable thing. That's when the during the week is when the tournaments are the most valuable. Take it down. Take it down too, I'd say. 8. I mean, on that note, ist es doch jung. If people say that they don't mind and they would rather have the tournaments played as quickly as possible, so to say, then I don't mind playing them on the weekend. I just figured it's less valuable and less interesting for everybody who invested. But I'll post about it on the Discord in the break and go with what people prefer. So the straddler left this table. Short stacker here, shortish stacker here. I just look for greener pastures. Find a better table. If there is a better table, otherwise we'll stick around. Yeah. Comes to other tables, so. Aces, you say? All right. Aces got a walk, okay. Here, 2 pair and a gut shot, right? Right. Make that straight. Tables are starting to fill up on RIO. Might not have to rely on natural 8 much longer. Bets again. Alright, let's see what's what. The Jack 9 is no good, blocking the nuts. You like the more profitable ones more. Fair enough. Yeah, I do too, naturally. Yeah, I noticed that in the last couple of weeks that during the weekends, way fewer players in the tournaments, like somewhere between 30 and 50% less. Going for the 3-bet here is fine. Going for the call here, also okay. Running bad online, yeah. Sorry to hear it. But to make up for it, it sounds like you're gonna have a home game at your place. That is awesome. I envy you for that. I miss being able to play a little bit of live. And in a home game setting always has been ideal in that regard. You can drink a little, joke around, play with friends. Some of the pretty much the best poker memories I have happened during home games. Here, we let it go. And here, just checking. Sounds good to me. Decent chance we are good still. Nice. What's the home game gonna be? No Limit Hold'em, or you play PLO in the home game? So I've always been wondering. Hang on, I should have bet here. My bad. I've been wondering how much fun it is playing PLO in the home game, because you have to keep track of the pot size and everything, and it just seems to be a lot of work, especially as the evening wears on, and maybe there's some light drinking involved, or not so light. Yeah, as much as I love PLO, I think for playing it in a home game, it's way more of a hassle. Completely hassle-free is flopping a set here. At least I hope it's gonna be hassle-free. Flush draw on top. Whole bunch of draws out there. That'd be one of them, unfortunately. Actually, it would be a whole bunch of them. You got a few other spots going for us, though. 9, 10. Wow. I guess he had hearts. The turn. Okay. Call here and bet the turn. Wait, the other turn. The one that's called a river. Down. Take it down there as well. It's a loose-ish open from the MP, I'm realizing. Starting next week is es doch jung. This week I had community college, and there's still the bonus week on Run at Once, so I'd rather play a little bit more than study more. But starting next week, there's just going to be one daily stream in the afternoon, so as to cover all the tournaments I want to play. And the rest of the day I fill in with some serious study time. That's the plan. Get raised. He's short. Put it in now. Running it like twice, I guess. Different scenario if he has more money behind. He folds! Well, that's even better. And, you know, this is a perfect spot to call on the button. And seeing that there's very little in the way of draws out there, basically nothing except for the wheel, which we actually cover, block and everything. So just calling sounds good to me. Last few sessions we've been flopping pretty excellent whenever we hold aces. At least a lot of the time. So yeah, Aces Dwarf, starting next week. There's gonna be way more studying coming my way. Lime Ricky in the channel. Always a pleasure. Nice to see you, Lime Ricky. Huge shout out to you. Lime Ricky plays no limit tournaments and has an excellent channel, an excellent stream. She's a very nice lady and plays a good game, talks a good game. Plenty of reasons to check out her channel and give her a follow. Nice to see you back, Lime Ricky. How is the streaming going for you? As we are concerned, on Run at Once we're definitely down a little bit. Kept getting the money in rather well, I'd say. Actually got kind of bad beat for 2 buy-ins. Kind of. But I suspect all that we lost on Run at Once so far, we've made back on Natural 8. So I ain't gonna complain too much. Yeah. This looks to be pretty accurate too. Actually, more than that, we're still in profit for the day. Cash here on RIO, for me at least, takes a while to catch up. Right on! So nobody wants to play No Limit Hold'em anymore now that they've been introduced to the great game that is PLO, huh? More PLO 10 on RIO kicking off. I'll actually, for today and tomorrow, I'm very willing to ditch some PLO 20 tables in favor of PLO 10, as long as the ladder is on Run at Once. What was the whole bonus points? If you get raised, we just get it in now here. There's just so many weird turns where we don't know what to do. So you haven't played in 2 months now, Razam? Fair enough. A little break. It's not a bad thing at all. And we turn absolutely excellent right now. He was dead to the 2 remaining queens in the deck. And we're shazamming it up just a tiny bit. Always Lime Ricky and always from the heart. My pleasure. You do deserve it. Which at run once puts us down 1.5 buy-ins, I want to say, $30. So we are certainly in profit currently. Sweet. Resam, for learning preflop, I can wholeheartedly, I can very much recommend the PLO matrix. It is expensive, a little bit more expensive than I think it should be, my personal opinion. But that being said, it's a great tool for learning preflop stuff. It's perfect, pretty much. He leads and gets called. Okay. Right, I forgot. Lime Ricky doesn't only stream No Limit tournaments, she also plays some mixed games on her channel. And some sit and goes as well. So here takes it down with a 4, was up against, got called by queens with a flush draw. Cool. This one we do take down ourselves, and see what we're up against here. Marsitco, hey, hang on, we'll take care of that in a moment. We blocked the top set. Fives are a possibility, not that many fives in his range there from the MP, so probably a draw. Gets a good turn right away, but the 2-pair turn is no match for our top set on the river. Razam sitting in. Yeah, tell me about it. It is. It is. It's not very healthy either. So you're definitely completely correct there. So, and Masitko, welcome to the channel. I think it's welcome. If it's welcome back, then excuse me for forgetting. Sometimes it's not easy with all the names. Anywho, I'll show you all the PLO 10 tables I'm sitting at. That way you know where you're up against me. Also, cheers for playing on RIO. So, table 1, I'm between, or table 2 in this case, I'm between Robbie and Ariel. Next PLO 10 table, I'm between Myra and Donald. Then here I'm between Lance and Raymond. And finally, I am between Frank, then there's an open seat, and there's Damien. And that's what's what. Checking, and we're good. Here, not c-betting just 3 ways. Matter of fact, check folding. And this is a tiny sizing, but even then I'm not going to be too inclined to call, to be honest. Yeah. And honestly, I'll ditch this table. It's just not appealing at all. We have one high VP player to our left, which isn't ideal, although he doesn't seem to be super aggressive. And the others, this dude is really tight. This dude is really tight as well, and a short stacker. So, meh. Razam, why the PLO matrix? Because I think it's the only product that does exactly that. With 3 clicks, you can find out your exact preflop situation. And it shows you, actually I can probably show it on screen for a moment. Hang on, let me load it up and then I can show you what it does. Yeah, I've been paying for the PLO. Small disclaimer here, I am getting the PLO matrix for free. Have been getting it for free for the better part of this year. That being said, so just so you know, I wanted to mention that so you know that I might be biased, that it changes what people say about a product when they get it for free. However, in this case, I have paid for the PLO matrix ever since it came out for every month until I've started getting it for free. So yeah, I usually don't like to pay monthly for anything that's poker related. And for the PLO matrix I did because I saw a lot of value in it. I'll show you how it works in a moment. Right. So that's the matrix right here. You can select different different rake structures in the beginning. I already set it to micro stakes. Just have to move away every once in a while so I don't miss action. Sorry about that. And then, for example, you want to find out, like, what do I do with this hand in the MP if the under the gun opens? Let's check that out in a moment. Sorry, this hand here. So what you do is you select we are MP versus under the gun right here. And then we have jacks double suited with an 8 and a 6. So first of all, you select the highest component of your hand. In our case, that's jacks. Up here, that's double suited. And then it'll show you all the hands that the solver would play in this spot with different color codings. There would be raise fold, there would be just call, there would be raise call. Hang on, need to move it away for a moment. And our particular hand was the Jack-Jack 8-6, I believe. And as you can see right here, doesn't have a color at all, so it doesn't get played. And you can do that, you know, that was 3 clicks, and you can do that for any preflop situation. Whether you're in a position somebody opened, whether you're the first one to open, then you just assume the button. Which jack, double suited Jack 10 hands do we play on the button if we get to open? And you will see it is a lot of them. Hang on. The red ones get raised, yellow get raised called, gray do not get played at all. Yeah. So it shows you just in a very orderly fashion a excellent overview over all the preflop things you ever care to know. I should mention, you know, I'm not a good businessman, but I should mention that I have an affiliate link for the PLO matrix if you want to ever pay the money for the PLO matrix, which again should be cheaper in my mind. It's a great product, but it's a good product. I like it, but it should be cheaper. But having said that, there's an affiliate link on my Twitch page. If you ever want to buy it, you want to support the channel, make me rich in the process. You know, I need that second above ground pool. Actually, I need a pool in the first place. Nah, but just so you know, you can use the affiliate link. By no means do you have to. If you get the PLO Mastermind, there's a preflop helper there as well, which you can, like a Discord bot, like a bot on Discord, and you send a message to the bot and it'll hang on, that song is a little bit loud, isn't it? My bad. So there's and that's part of the Mastermind, that preflop helper. But it'll only work for, like, you can only ask it one hand and it'll tell you what to do with this hand versus a raise. Should you call a 3-bet, cold call, whatever. It's not going to give you an overview or like the Matrix does. Like over all the double suited jacks, for example. It'll just give you an answer for the one specific hand you ask it about. It's still very, very neat. And I guess if you have the have the mastermind, then you might not need the PLO matrix, since they also give you charts for Excel and stuff like that, and you can use the preflop helper. Yeah, just wanted to mention that. And no, for the mastermind, I do not have an affiliate link. That's not why I'm mentioning it in this case. Yeah, hopefully that helped you a little. Well, that's for the PLO matrix. You don't need to learn to know English. There's no, as you've probably seen by now, there are no words on the screen. Would have gone for another bet. Go for the bet fold. That's also pretty decent, filling us up. So on natural 8, we made almost $60, I believe. And on the other side, on a run at once, I think we're now down like 20. So we're up a bit. Roughly 2 buy-ins, I would say. Just checking it down here. Did we take it down? Yeah. Wait, why am I in this hand? I shouldn't have opened this one in MP. That's my bad. It's not an MP hand. Mike Mom 47. I have no clue what that's supposed to mean. Joy. But welcome to the channel, Mike Mom. Or welcome back, I think it is. Nope. Similar hand down here. See a turn. I guess here I could have bet in the end. Actually, no, never mind. There's PLO 10. If I check raise it now, I guess I could. Hang on. Check raise it smaller. I still fold it if he comes over the top again. And it still gives me room to put in a meaningful bet on the river and have some fold equity. A bunch of runouts. Nice. What hasn't happened in ages is a splash pot. I mean, a big one. And then again, Marsitco in between Roderick and Chet and Alina and Gordon. Let's see. Roderick and Chet. So that would be transfer channel Marsitco here. Give you the transfer channel tag. Good luck. Good luck, buddy. And Alina and Gordon. Gordon, Alina, that's you right there, having a little bit position on us. Fair enough. Best of luck, Marsitco. Take some pots down. In a splash pot where we limped, we flop almost a complete wrap. No pair and a backdoor. Flush draw. Alright, he's a little bit short, so the money goes in. Ooh, we're doing alright. Top pair of aces, taking it down. Nice. Razem, that is... Just gonna put it in the chat so it's easier for you to understand. That's completely true, yeah. But the whole point of playing the micros is to eventually not be playing the micros anymore. What a turn. And rather to use it as a learning ground to improve your game. And for that, at least for me personally, the PLO matrix has been huge. It continues to be so. I think the major holds I do have in my game are mostly pre-flop still. Even though I check things out with the matrix every day. Alright, alright, alright. Such a nice flop for us. I'll let it go. That as an aces, I don't know. Top pair, you say? So we certainly got the games going on round once. When I started, there were no PLO 10, PLO 20 games. And now we have 31 entries. Ah, nasty. Very nice hand. That was a nasty hand to be up against on that turn. Hmm. Nope. It's a pretty marginal hand anyway. And out of position. Being out of position, not a huge help. Legends Killer. That potentially, yeah. But the main problem for me was that I upload all my... So up until very recently, I had music that I wouldn't get into trouble with on the channel. And my main problem was YouTube recordings. Because I archive all my streams on the on my YouTube channel, which is pretty much only what it's there for. And there I would get into trouble. But I figured out a way to record alongside when I stream, and my recording only records my beautiful voice and not the music. So I'm good on the YouTube end, and right now on Twitch all they do is mute, so not a big deal there either, for the time being at least. Probably subject to change at some point in the future. But right now, I should be good. And the way it works is you put exclamation point SR in there, then a space, and then a YouTube link or a SoundCloud link. We should be leveling up to hearts today, which will be good for $22, €22.50 in Rakeback, plus the streak bonus, like another 30%, I believe. And given that I didn't get to play that many hands this week, I'm quite happy with that. Probably end up making another 1 or 2 levels of hearts before the weekend is over. Which is also why there's a lot of PLO 10 on the screen right now. Because there just ain't enough PLO 20 for the moment. Still gonna be a squeeze and oh, oof. Now this probably has to be folded. See if the solver is of any different opinion there. Actually, with the 6-5 specifically, it still gets, from a solver perspective, it still gets 4-bet. I'm not convinced that we need to do it in the micros, because that always assumes some fold equity there. Doesn't matter, you know, the would have, could have game, doesn't matter. It's a good fold. Can certainly call any 3 or 4-bet here. Not a great board. Another bunch of interesting spots. And what a beautiful situation here where we get aces and see a 3-bet in front. Maybe down here. Speaking of beautiful spots, how about that one? All right. Kings. I like our chances, so far at least. Shares zamming it up finally at PLO 20 for a change. Phew. Yeah. Two overzealous should have just called, probably. Our seat goal being very nice with the nice hand. Thank you. I got a lucky turn. So now we're in profit across the board, I'd say. Up like 3-ish buy-ins. I'll take it. And with that, I fell asleep on this table. R Diesel 11, thank you very much for following. Cheers. No playable hands anywhere currently. Fair enough. We'll be patient. It raised again, certainly not calling with this one. A little bit intrigued since he's short, but it actually doesn't help us. Being short here, quite the opposite. To pair, end up making a flush down here. And again with the aces, this time pretty crappy aces against the king's dude from earlier. Here, flush takes it down. Here we need to call. Join in, he just calls, money goes in. Pretty much no matter the flop. I have a gutter, not flush blocker. Ooh, top set. Nice! The top set stays good for another full buy-in here. Rebet. King, queen, 7 or something that was earlier. And that was the 10, 9, 9, 8, single suited again, which he 3-bet calls. Oh. All right. folds, that's excellent. And 2 pair right away. For now, we're good. We stay good there too. Running alright today. We have, I think, the exact same hand. No, the suits are a little bit different, but almost the exact same hand. Comes in for the raise again. Starting to develop a fondness for Edgar here. That's not going to be an all-in spot for us. Just going to be a check fold. Okay, I'm starting to be hopeful that we're good against queens. Ace queen 9-8 is what he had. Here, that's a pickle. I think we're gonna go with the call, all in all. He rivered the ace, had a flush draw. Till then. Four big blinds extra in the middle, probably tilts it towards the call. Not the greatest multi-buy hand by any stretch of the imagination. Elena, why do you hurt me so much? Top 2, pretty deep. Gonna check. Kind of wanting to control the pot. We're not blocking any of the draws at all. Nice. Phew. Okay, I'll take that board. Take it down here. Giving us full house outs as well. Gross! Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing A-okay. Thank you for asking. After the hangover yesterday from Thursday's Christmas party, I can say that I'm doing alright now. Yesterday I was hungover like mad. Okay. Bet fold is an option here as well. Nice hand. And crows, we're also in profit for the day, I'm happy to say. At least, actually now we should be up at least 4 buy-ins. Seeing that we took another one of Edgar earlier. Alright. Made a decent profit on Natural 8 a little bit earlier. All is well. I have a cold call from the BB, okay. Ooh, that's one of those spots. Are we deep against anybody? We are deep against Trent. That is an important thing to note. So we have the gut shot. Oh, Jesus Christ. And the front and the back door flush draw, we can't fold here. So we're gonna call, and things get really weird if Trent does something now. Really hope he doesn't. God. It's good for us. And we take it down. Just zamming it up. That's a decent little part too. Yeah. Made a PLO 10 buy in there. Which puts us almost 2 binds in profit on RIO alone. Neat. After a rough start on RIO, I welcome that fact quite a bit. Huh. Welcome that fact, yeah. You have to party sometimes. True that. True that. I wish the consequences weren't as dire. But as I get older, they tend to be a little bit more severe or long-lasting, I guess. But yeah, agreed. It was a fun evening too. Came in for the 3-bet here because I didn't want to call this into small blind. Check this out in a moment. Do take it down here. Do not get called. Maybe we moved him off a split spot. So ace jack 8-6. Let's ask the matrix about that one. The main problem, we still have a decent draw against a bunch of hands. We still have a decent amount of equity, but it's just gonna get hard to play if a diamond rolls off, like a 10 of diamonds, or even a perfect 5 of diamonds. I'll let it go. So let's check this one out. Ace jack 6-8 small blind versus under the gun. You see a min raise, all right. Nah. Ace jack 8-7 gets raised. Gets raised folded, by the way. This hand does not. And the dream spot again, where we get 3-bet with aces. Hang on, be back in a second. Back. Unfortunately, PLO 20 on the verge of breaking there, so I'm gonna add another PLO 10. Not too happy about it. I would love to have my PLO 20. Let me see if there's like a killer table on Natural 8 where I just go like I have to play this one. And then I catch up with the chat. Oh, actually I can do that before. That's good. Crawls, do I avoid my prefab range? Yes, but within reason. I'm not gonna go super crazy, but there's certainly, if I know the player is weak and very call happy, then I certainly widen my prefab range, especially my 3-betting range a little bit, because I want to ISO this player a little bit more, play as many hands as I can against him. Just for the fans. Yeah, I just noticed that we're deep here. Look, wait. Here we get raised. Gonna let it go. Let's see, any killer tables out there? I am all for calming music, Legends Killer. Cheers. You know what? The natural 8 tables really do not look that appealing. Pretty decent flop. He takes it down in the end. This is one of those spots where the solver says you can go for the raise. Not entirely convinced it needs to be done in the real world, in the micros. Because again, the solver always assumes a bit of fold equity on your opponent's part. Not necessarily there, and what a decent board for us this time around. Gonna go with the small bet with a really strong hand this time. Could have waited a little bit longer. Ah, you know what? Misread my hand a little bit. I thought we were drawing to the nut flush. Now I actually have to check. And here I get raised. Let this one go against more seed call. Nah. The sad truth is that none of the natural 8 tables look appealing in any way. So we're gonna stick with RIO and PLO 10 for the time being. One PLO 20 table out there as well. Certainly continuing with the bet. Cool, some 8-bit, okay, 9-bit expedition, I guess. So we couldn't block the nuts any harder than we do. Hope our Sitko is a believer. Phew, we do get that fold. Wonderful. Here, got 3-bet again by Myra. Can't say we flopped that bad. That'll work for me. Decent chance we're splitting it. Yeah. Wait, no? What now? So it turns out the buy-in she took from us was a loan, and we get it back. Says nice hand. Thank you very much. Nice hand to you. So hang on, we got a few spots. Here I needn't have bet without a single club in my hand. Of course we river the nuts. Actually saved the song to the playlist. Fun one. Without the extra money, a very clear fold. This one in the small blind. Hey, how about that? And here we flop sort of wrap, I guess. Get a call, turn a nut flush draw on top on a safe turn. Alright. Well, that would be the straight. Holding not a single spade in our hand. Here we take it down. Everybody checks, are we good? No. Didn't want to bet the second nuts. See, turn gives us a gutter and nut flush draw on top, so 2 draws to the nuts now. That's the pot, I believe. Yep. Yeah, it is quite excellent. I decided to go with the raise here for change. Normally it's just a call. He checks into us here as the initial raiser. I think I do want to bet. I'm tempted to come over the top, but she's too short for that. So I can't really do it. It's quite alright. We take it down. Take it down there as well. Then we got this, where we got 3-bet. Also got this going on where we got bet into twice, holding a set. Hope we're good. No joy. Let's see how we fare with the top pair. And we got a hand up here. Top pair and a gut shot. Ooh, what a nice turn. Filling us up. Board pairing. Ooh, an all-in on the PLO 20. And finally we get the fold down here. Go for the crying call. But pretty exciting down here all in all. Sub 2 and a nut flush draw. 4 ways, just gonna pot it. Get one caller. The ace. We block all the 2 pairs. We have a gutter on top. Just gonna go with this one. Snap re-raise. No good! When does the set ever good there? River quite nicely shazamming it up once more. Take it down there. Yeah, that was a nasty turn. River there, yeah. You certainly had us on the turn, I'd say. Also nice track. Phew. What? That's quite an under-the-gun race right there. Hmm. Much better. I haven't really eaten yet. In my defense, I haven't been awake for that long, like 5 hours. So I guess it's a late breakfast. Brunch, maybe? Cheers, Rizam. It's currently the one and only PLO 20 table we have going. I have fallen asleep because I keep getting hands like these. They're just not doing it for me. And we have a short stack to our right. Also noteworthy. Means we have to play slightly tighter ranges. Especially against somebody who knows how to short stack, but I can count on one hand the amount of times we ran into somebody who gave off the impression that they know what they're doing short stacking. Not trying to be mean or anything, it's just that the overwhelming majority of people I see short stacking play 100 big blind ranges, which is a huge mistake. There's a lot of limping going on with short stackers. There's a bunch of cold calling going on. She is raising it up, and rightly so. So maybe she might know what she's doing. No joy in the end, huh? Yeah, never mind. I take it back. The 8843 double suited. Not a playable hand in that spot. Here, top and bottom. Honestly, I think it's going to be a check raise. There's a decent chance we have the best hand right now. If we're up against Jack 9, we have a bunch of outs. And that way we don't have to play difficult turns. Or we could take it down right now as well. That'll work. Mercy, I love RIO, but really don't like the anonymity. I'm torn on that one as well. I accept that they've decided to go for it, although they keep saying that, you know, if they find it just doesn't work, then they could switch to a non-anonymous system. But on the whole, I'd say I'd prefer it non-anonymous as well, yeah. Very happy to take it down. Also have a nice hand here. Decent. Wait. What's happening? Okay, no, my mouse wasn't working for a moment. I panicked. Okay. The lack of the chat box. How are you supposed to tilt me without the chat box? Go for the second bullet for sure. Here. Wait, no, I messed up my tables. I meant to go for the second bullet here. Whoops. Which we shall. We do take it down here, though. Phew. Panzerwaffel! Welcome back to the channel, mate! So it calls us twice. usually a strong indicator for him to have a speed here. Over here in the meanwhile, we continue bluffing with the nut flush blocker. PLO 20 now has 4 entries. Board pairs in the end. Alright, I'll just give up on it. He comes in for funky bet sizing, just need to let it go. This is hardly ever a bluff. If it is one, then it's well done. Get down with the top set. And do I want to check here in a 3-bet pot? Maybe. Well, as played, we're not getting away from this. Shazamming it up! Saved by the river there. Phew! Learned about Kumikon now, want to be a heads-up PLO god. Oh man, that guy is a phenomenon. His graph is just completely insane. Well, you might be able to pick up a few things about PLO here and there when I don't mess things up too much. PLO, heads up though, not my cup of tea at all so far. Not sure it ever will be. But I understand the motivation, yeah. His results have been insane. I don't know how many million he made, but he's set for life, that's for sure. We're starting to Shazam things up, something fierce now. Hands like these certainly helping. Yeah, on RIO alone we're up 60 bucks, 3 buy-ins, and we're up close to 3 buy-ins on Natural Aid as well, I believe. Decided not to bet at any point so far, as you can tell. I do bet here a fair amount of the time, don't get me wrong. Good. Over here we river a set. Against that we are doing fine. Kali probably gonna raise it up again in the button. Almost always does. Not this time, okay. In which case we would have had to throw it away. Two pair. And I have to bookmark the song. Would do well on my DJ sets. Sorry about the delay there. And now we have two pair in the nut flush draw, so we're not folding just yet. Fair enough here. Things are alright, even though I shouldn't have called in a small blind. Here we pick up a nice bluff. Sitting on 5 stacks at this PLO 10 table, wow. Down here, decided to go for the squeeze, certainly lightish. And on this board, we're just putting it in. Aces here, and these aces flop are right. Take it down. Take it down here and face a lead. It's good to me. That's good to me indeed. So, we have showdown value now. We blocked the nut flush. We could turn this into a bluff. But with the showdown value that we have, I think I'm going to check it down. Also, the SPR means he's going to call down most, if not all, of his flushes now. And that's not good. You were in rough shape from the start, my friend. A BAM for sure. Although I can't bring myself to go for the BAM. It's a Jay Nandas thing, which is why a friend of mine, a viewer of mine, came up with Shazam. That was before the movie came out, by the way. This doesn't have anything to do with the movie. But a BAM slash Shazam moment. Oh yeah. Shazamming it up nicely. I used the Shazam on this channel exactly once, and that was the first time that Jay Nandas raided me. It was my first or second week of streaming, and I was completely new to it. And he came over with more than 1,000 people. That I don't know. I don't have to tell you how much that blew my mind. And then I went for the BAM. That was the only time. No, I used it a couple of days ago by mistake. Because it does roll off the tongue quite nicely. When it comes to opening this one, we do take it down. We have a fairly tight image on this table. Might give us some extra respect when we raise. Der Alte, because nobody is requesting songs. Nice to see you back. You need to request different music. So up 70 bucks now on RIO. Plus another 60 on, or 50 on Natural 8. Life is good. Whitish ISO. CA cold. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say CA cold 4-bet. Kings versus aces. Oh man, we would have bet beat everybody. But would have, should have, could have. It's an excellent fold, and that's all there is to it. Nice hand. Nice to see the aces hold up there, Marcitko. Beautiful spot. Shazam. More seat go. Spoiler! Spoiler, my friend! Remember the delay. And people watching have not caught up to that hand yet. But yeah, poker isn't that by any means. And it's no big deal. The spoiler, I mean. That you won the hand, that is a big deal. River is straight over here in a splash pot where I called a single raise. Don't think we're good here all that often. And here a 3-bet from the small blind rather than call. Strikes me as the right move. And given the stack to pot ratio, money is gonna go in. Phew! We are turning and rivering quite nicely today. Can't be denied. We still have a decent chance to win that one. But still, we're a bit behind. Yeah, the Shazam command is still lacking a little bit of bite, of pizzazz. But it's there. Oh, you're short. Well, no, we're not getting away from this. Might as well just put it in ourselves. Maybe having some fold equity every once in a while. Nah, looks like kings. Yeah. Fair enough. It's king king 9. That is loose, to say the least. But it worked out. Seeing that there were no suits in there. Razam, bankroll 0? What the hell? What happened? Jesus. That's not fun to hear at all. Against the shorty, we're not folding here. And we don't fade what we need to fade in the end. This time the river good for our opponent. Meh. It's also read a good song for my DJ set. Sorry about that. Just needed to bookmark it. Right, we got this. What are we gonna do with this? I don't know. Let's see. The ace-9 6-5 gets called, and that's the lowest cutoff. Like the 6-4 or 5-4 in this case just does not get played at all. Fair enough. Aces. Bad aces. Actually, pretty much the worst aces you can get, right? But they're aces, nevertheless. Maybe we get lucky when he comes over the top. Edgar. Edgar back on the table, didn't we? Oh, he was the 3-better that sat to our left earlier. Yeah, we took a bunch of stacks off him, didn't we? Hmm. Question is, did he come into fold? Because I think we lose this quite often at Showdown. Phew. Okay, so far it looks like you're taking the easy on me music-wise, Delta. Appreciate it. I have an excellent taste in music, I'll have you know. Faithless from you. Well, Faithless I actually have on vinyl. With an excellent mix on the B-side. Actually my favorite version of Insomnia that I've heard so far. One of the few commercial songs or commercial records I have in my vinyl collection. Pretty much the only one. Yeah. Ooh, that reminds me. Just reminds me of a track I have on vinyl that I would love to find in digital format again. Cool. Bookmark that so I don't forget about the search and dig that track up later. Sweet. Yeah, if you use the, like, basically if you put an SR and a song title, artist and song title, you basically use the search function of YouTube and then it might, maybe the first hit is a version that's really long. I have no hand in that. The Nightbot is its own entity. Good news is that the PLO 20 table has now filled up completely, so I'm hopeful we can add more PLO 20 as the night wears on. Ideally have only PLO 20. 40 entries at PLO 10 now, 20 at PLO 20. Sorry, 6 at PLO 20. And 12 at PLO 50 only. Strange. Okay, you found one that works. Happy to see it. Nothing going on for us right now, hand-wise. Just a lot of folding. Hands like these, or in fact, this one. I tell a lie. Catch a nice one down here. Ace King 9-8 double. And we're halfway there to the next level in hearts, which will net us 22 euros and 50 cents in Rakeback. Also earned 13.28 from Strash the Pot and 11.50 from Rakeback so far this week. It's not a lot, but then again, I didn't get to play a lot of hands. There was also the streamer special stream where all the streamers were playing against each other there. I single tabled for 2 hours, which never happened before. Nope. Further cutting into a play, I guess. You know what? This strikes me as a little bit too thin to open this one under the gun. Queen 8, 7, 5. I think it is going to be too. Take this one down. And here we're going to go with a small bet. Try to take it down right now, of course. That's close. The Queen 8, 7, 6 and 6, 5 do get played. The 7, 5, a little bit too gappy for the solver. A little bit too weak. I tend to agree. Home game cancelled this week or postponed? Neither. It actually happened yesterday. Just without my participation. Nah, I didn't want to cancel or postpone it. Just couldn't participate yesterday. Way too hungover. That stream would have been a mess. I would have been grunting all day. I wouldn't have been talking. I would have just gone like, uh, uh, all the time. It has some entertainment value, but I think it gets old pretty quick. So yeah, the home game happened as usual. Next one will be next Friday. No, I get to grunt today. Me. Actually, have to ditch a PLO 10 table. So I can open sit on another PLO 20, try to get it going. And honestly, it's probably gonna be this one. Not because I'm deep, doesn't matter, nobody else is deep. But it's the table where we have 3 sleepy characters, all to our left, which means we can steal the blinds more, but that's about it. So, yeah, just based on that, I think that's the best choice. We get raised, they're gonna be a call. Ah, never mind for this price. Need to let it be. Turn the second nuts with a gutter to the straight flush. Kinda torn. Two streets or for one, but with the second nuts. I'm gonna go for two. Or none, as it turns out. Mark her out as a short stacker. Okay. Second LP was U2, first one was Iron Maiden, no? Oh, I only have a very shameful contribution to that. My first CD that I ever bought was actually a DJ Bobo CD. But in my defense, I was really young back then. And apparently puts on good shows. Very family friendly. Is what I've heard. But yeah, it doesn't stand up well to compare to your first LPs. Let's move this one up here. Hmm. Phew. I'd hate to get raised there. Hey, not gonna hate to get raised here, especially not pre-flop. Can I manage to click the button? Tune back in next week when we'll find out. Have a good dinner, my friend. Thanks for dropping, and maybe see you later. Johnny Bone! Just started out with PLO. Got any advice on what min, buy, and stake I should go for? I would definitely go with the lowest ones. PLO 2. Play PLO 2 for it's, there's. You're gonna have even more limpers and min raisers and all these shenanigans, but you're gonna have those at PLO 10 and PLO 20 too. So it's still a good battleground to prepare. I wouldn't necessarily stick around there for too long, cause on most sides the rake is gonna make it tough to beat. Manicure, thank you very much for the follow. Cheers. But I would go with PLO 2, PLO 4. Either one. So where the big blind is either 2 cents or 4 cents. Matter of fact, what a turn. when I started out with PLO, I played like crazy for a month at PLO 2 and then PLO 4 just because I wanted to see if I like the game, if I can find a handle on it mentally, so to say. I can like think my way into the game, if you will. And so that's what I played. Like I took a month off and played full time PLO 2, PLO 4, not for the money or anything, just for the experience. But yeah, for getting the hang of the game, certainly started with the lowest ones. There's so many pitfalls, so many things to figure out, especially if you're coming from a Hold'em background. Like the concept of having to regularly fold a full house, by the way, for example, is one that's not going to be easy to implement in the beginning for a lot of people. Microgrinder. Hey, welcome back to the channel, mate. How much rakeback have I earned with the new system? I can answer that pretty exactly. The first week I played a lot. And keep in mind, we had like 50% extra bonus points for I think the entire week, which we do this week as well, which is also why I'm playing PLO 10 instead of my usual PLO 20. But to make a long story short, first week from Splash to Pot, I got 150 euros, roughly 160, plus 200 for reaching spades. Spades I reached barely, like with like half an hour to go. But I did reach spades, but with the streak bonus and everything, so again, that's not going to be the normal amount of rakeback I get once there's not that many bonuses anymore. But in total I earned like 460 euros, I think, in 1 week playing PLO 20 and PLO 10. There was like half an hour of PLO 50 in there. I took like a mini shot once. But the rest has been PLO 10, PLO 20. A bit of heads up in there as well, which gives further bonus points. Yeah. Compared to this week, where I didn't have much time to play at all yet, I'm just about to rank up to hearts, which will be good for 22 euros 50. Plus, I've earned 13 euros 28 from Splash to Pot, and I think I get like 30% off the 22.50 on top. So that's what? That's 5, that's 7.50, that's 30 euros in total. If I only level up to the first level of hearts. Plus Splash to Pot, so 45 euros, close to 50 by then probably. What did I find? Yeah, that's fine. Johnny Bone, also feel free if you want to join our Discord. There might be some interesting discussions there. And there's certainly some very knowledgeable people on the Discord you can ask about hand reviews, and you can post hands there and stuff. So if you want, check it out. Not squeezing here, they're very mediocre aces. People just don't want to fold. And what's going to happen is this guy's going to call a lot, then this guy is going to call almost always, so we're going to bloat the pot, play it out of position. None of which sounds too appealing. Waiting on a second PLO 20 table. Let's hope it starts up soon. Do I have natural 8 open still? I do. I mean, I could check if there's something decent happening on natural 8. When I checked earlier, there wasn't, and usually that's the case for this time of day and later from now. The natural 8 table's pretty underwhelming. And the same seems to be true right now. Nah, really no, how, really no compelling reason to add tables from the GG network. There's some okay tables, but nothing that makes me want to play there right now, so let's not. For today and tomorrow, while we get the bonus points, I'm willing to play PLO 10 on RIO. Johnny Bone. This is also a question where people on the Discord are going to be able to help you out a little bit better. Since I'm only streaming Run It Once right now, I'm kind of bound by some terms and conditions there, so I can't freely talk about other poker sites. I definitely would not go with stars. I would go with a site that has very low rake and high rakeback. That is hugely important in the micros. In the micros, the biggest enemy, financially speaking, are not your opponents, it is rake. So a low rake site combined with high rakeback is ideal in my mind. Yeah, hop on the Discord and I'm sure people are going to be able to help you out there. Get raised here, letting this go, not suited to the ace. Here. I like it. All right. Talk about crushing a board. Check this one. It's just we got everything covered. Got the draws covered, the top set covered. What's happening? I mean, it really blows if you get raised. But we don't and all as well. Alright, pair, gut shot, and now a flush draw. Here, with all the blockers. Certainly starting a bet. Alright. Not sure I like my chances here. Yeah. Just got called quickly twice. That's normally not a good sign. Wow, that was a loose call. Very nicely done, sir. Very impressive, Mr. Bond. Good call. Wait, What am I doing? Why am I in the sand? I shouldn't be. Not from the small blind. My bad. One more entry and we are starting in the second PLO 20 table. Ooh, in the meanwhile, big part happening down here. 7 takes it down versus the gutter nut, backdoor nut flush draw over pair. Alright. Fours and deuces, eh? So here, if Edgar comes over the top, we could, not comes over the top, but just raises, we could call it, we could raise. Fusten! Hey, welcome back to the channel. Let's play again, you say, huh? So let's. Eh. Flop, decent there, top pair, flush draw. Na, du Strick, schon wieder Hunger. Mm. Alright. Wondering if if you call, if you see a bet. I think against this sizing, I'm a little bit more inclined to call, hoping it's a bluff, because a bunch of draws missed. Nice try. Good bet. Not making fun of it. It was a good bet. Alright, PLO 20. Wait, heads up? Oh, come on. No, sorry. Not playing heads up. Strick wieder raus. Geh wieder raus, geh. Not that many good turns in the deck for us. That one will work. Wonder if we get to raise fold or bet fold, or what the deal is if we get raised. So there's the queen 8, the ace 8 that we beat. Yes! Yes! Had the queen 8. Phew! Man. Of course, I don't have to tell her that I was really hoping that that was the case. Shazam. Flop a top pair and a flush draw. And have a top set here. Make the nuts. Certainly a welcome sight. Get called. That's excellent. Well, if you turned on us, then that's that. No, sir! Instead, we take it down once again. Marcitko playing splashy just for me. No, don't buy. I appreciate it, but you know, let it win, my friend. Thanks, Razam. It's a fun spot. Well, at least the result was fun. Over here, we 3-bet. Didn't feel I want to put any more money in. Although on the ace board, you know what, they're kind of spaced out there. Because they're definitely c-bet normally. But now it's played, I'll let it go. Got a flush draw. All the blocker's not that valuable against Edgar, as we've seen earlier. I mean, maybe it's different when we raise. But he calls quickly again. I'm just gonna check here. We've seen this show before. Yeah. He called really quickly, so... We've seen him make a call down in the pretty much the exact same spot earlier. So, fair enough. I still stand by me not betting. Even though his hand doesn't look like he should, but yeah, we've seen him call down with an equally weak hand earlier. Just didn't believe. And he was right too, so... I'm not gonna argue with that. Hmm. Here we take it down by some miracle. Might freeze the betting somewhat. And then we got this one. Let's hope we take it down with a showdown. A proper Shazam there, Razan. Cheers. Definitely on the thin end, calling this on a turn. Alright. Good to know. Down here, down to heads up. Actually down to heads up here as well. Yeah, not folding. Not against Sahana. Shanna? Shanna. Give her a good game. Alright, unfortunately down to 1 PLO 20 table, but still sitting on 6 tables in total on RIO. Rest being PLO 10. 398, no, 389 points until we level up to hearts. Yeah, nope. Well played, Marcitko. Was a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next time. And looked like you made out with a profit today, didn't you? If so, then well done and well deserved. Pair and a gut shot. A little bit of backdoor flush draw as well. Okay. Perfect result. Another table went down to heads up. That is a pity. On the other hand, it is going to be time for my dinner break fairly soon, like another 10 minutes, so that's alright. Alright, is this as well against Edgar? We are more than 2 minds deep. So he bet once, I called. Have the aces. Not sure what's taking so long here. We also got this one going on. Quite a sizable pot at this point. Without a flush. Actually could have gotten it in. checks, so we are pretty much always good, right? Right. This is still taking forever, apparently. Phew. Take that one down as well. That's quite nice, giving us the Uber nuts. And we're up 6 buy-ins, I think, 120 euros. Down to heads up here as well. Well, I guess it's time to go on my break then. Good timing. Because the games are breaking right now in RIO. Need 1000 for hearts. Let's grind. Okay, then that is probably bad timing for you. But 1000 for hearts is going to be doable between today and tomorrow. Nice. How much did you get from Splash the Pot so far? I have 15 euros 38. And Fusten, I will be back in roughly 90 minutes. 90 minutes to 2 hours. Somewhere in that neighborhood. And then I'll be very happy to get more games going, help to get more games going on RIO. In the meanwhile, while I'm away eating dinner, let's head over to Chiching's channel, which is starting to grow quite nicely. 12 viewers over there, and she plays the No Limit tournaments on her channel. Yeah, another table down to heads up. I think it's a good point in time for us to go on our break. Here we have a gutter for now, top pair. Go for like a blocker type of bet. This is kings, then we're doing quite alright. We get raise, we'll let it be. Yeah, that's probably bad timing for you, Fustenriek. But I think there's gonna be more players online soon. Usually are past 8 o'clock. Two pair, gonna go for the check raise if we can. Gonna be potting it. Make that three pair. Yeah, I started the day needing 1000 for hearts. Now I have 362 left. Yeah, it did, didn't it? It usually does break in the early evening, or at least a little bit, but normally a little earlier than that, like around dinner time. Like an hour and a half before this. So I'm a bit surprised by it too. 1866 in splashes, nice. One last hand before the break. And it's a playable one. Unless we get raised. Yeah, nothing changed. And we are looking at a profit of 120 bucks in the last, what, 3.5 hours? Not gonna complain about that. Very, very happy with it. Especially after the abysmal month of November. So, for now, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for keeping me company. Oh, hang on, that song is a little bit loud, isn't it? Let's go with that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me company. I'll be back in somewhere between 90 minutes to 2 hours once I've eaten dinner. Appreciate all the new follows quite a bit. Thanks for that, everybody. And for keeping the chat a lively place. And if you want, I'll see you in 2 hours or 1.5 hours from now. In the meanwhile, let's head over to Chi-Ching's place. It's bound to be entertaining. It usually is. It always is on her channel. So check her out. Maybe chances are you're gonna like her. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.